Good morning. Oh my goodness, today we are doing a full face of your guys' least favorite makeup, and this was so interesting. You guys will find out why in a second, but trust me, it is so interesting. I'm literally gonna dive straight in and talk about each product as we go. Majority of these things I have tried before and a few I haven't, so I did have to purchase a few things. So nervous but excited to try some new things, I guess, even though their least favorite products. Just like with everything in these, you know, viewer favorites videos, the replies are so varied, and it just goes to show how everyone has such different makeup taste. Okay, low-key these match my top, which is kind of cute. So the very first product, we're starting off with a bang because it's actually a product that I don't really like either. Can you guess? Dun dun, I had to purchase it. So this is the Benefit Professional, and I did purchase it even though I had this. They sent this recently because they do all of their little holiday kits this time of year, which are so adorable, but I already own all the products, so I like to donate this. I didn't want to open it up. I thought I could gift it to someone else that needed to pick me up for Christmas. I just purchased the little like travel size off Sephora, which I'm probably going to use once. It's kind of wasteful, but that's the nature of this video, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, even though I am not a fan of this primer, for some reason, for some reason that sounds really rude, it's one of their best sellers. There's obviously people out there that freaking love this stuff. It's so confusing to me. But like, Hoola, holy grail. Roller Lash, one of my favorite mascaras of all time. Like, they do have really great kits, so if you want to try stuff, definitely chuck these on your wish list. Or, you know, if you need to buy your mum a gift or something like that, your partner, daughter, I honestly think these are such great value. So, you know, let's get back into it. So Professional, if I use a pore filling primer, I prefer something that's like also quite hydrating. I don't like something that feels really slippery, because I feel like when I apply my makeup on top of it, it just slides around. Do you know what I mean? It comes out and it's like skin colored, and I feel like I almost need to go in with like a really moisturizing primer before this, but I won't. I'm trying not to use too much. To me, this just slides on and it just feels like slimy. It's as simple as that. It does do the job. It hides your pores. It does. But I just feel like my pores aren't bad enough to really warrant like the downsides of this product for me. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. But there are still so many people out there that love this primer, so you might really like it. And I have like normal to drier skin. I'm not too sure if this is better for like oily skin or like what the deal is. I don't know. This is why you have to look up reviews before you purchase any makeup. Even if I say, oh my god, everyone go out and buy this like mascara, it's the best mascara I've ever used in my whole life, like there's still gonna be people that hate it, and that's why it's interesting. I feel like the only time I would use this type of product would be if I was not putting makeup on top of it. If I was just literally having a no makeup day and I wanted my pores to look good, like that's when I would use this. Okay, the next answer kind of offended me. This is why it's funny, because out of all of the things on this list of your guys' least favorite makeup, there are so many of my favorites. Like, what the heck? So I would love for you guys to comment down below. Let me know which of these you agree with and which of these you definitely disagree with. Like, are any of these things your favorites as well? Please make me feel better. I'm like, do I just have shit taste? Like, am I a terrible influencer? Probably. The worst foundation, majority of people said Born This Way foundation, which used to be one of my favorites. Granted, I've not actually used this in like probably a year or so. Like, I haven't reached for this in a while, but it was one of my favorites for ages. And once again, everyone had heaps of different answers, but a lot of people said Born This Way. So I have my Flat Edge Sponge by XO Beauty. This is one of my favorite things ever. If you've not tried the new formula of sponges, read the reviews. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, they're so unique. Like, they feel amazing. And I'm going to use probably the shade Almond. I don't have a lot of fake tan on right now. I feel like the other shade is going to be way too dark. So I'm just going to dive on in, pump it on, and then take my sponge and blend it out. Now, the problem with the way I do these videos is I just do little question boxes on Instagram stories, so I don't have the answers as to why these products are your least favorite. So if you're one of the people that said that you hate Born This Way, let me know why. Like, why do you hate it? For me, it blends on beautifully, apart from on top of the Professional, it's kind of like streaking. This is sad. The color is perfect, and like, I love the concealer of this too. The concealer was my holy grail for ages. Tell me why I randomly get this like Frankenstein long nose hair. Ow. So the only thing I don't like about this right now is like the finish. Like I feel like the finish is quite matte. Has it always been this matte? I don't know. Like I said, I've not used this in the longest time. I can't even remember. The color is literally like 10 out of 10. Basically perfect. Concealer is another interesting one. Tarte Shape Tape. Now, granted, I used to not love this, but it was never like my least favorite. People were saying that this was like their most hated makeup product, and I'm like, okay, I can see why some people might not like it, but really? Is this the worst concealer you've ever used? I'm going to use the shade Light Sand. I feel like I'm losing my voice. That's cute. Now, I never used to like see the hype about this because like, I don't know, I think I was using way too much. I feel like less is more with this. I do think it's good. Is it the best concealer that I've ever used? No, it's not. But I just don't know how some people literally hate it that much. Once again, let me know, because I don't doubt you. Obviously people are like, you know, ganging up on it for a reason. So I want to know why you hate it so much. Makeup is just such a like individual experience. That's all this teaches me. But look at that, like for me, oh my god, honestly though, that primer, everything on top of it is going weird, but it just really brightened up my under eyes. Like it conceals really well. I think the coverage is really good. If you apply too much, it's like terrible though, because it's like heavy and dry. Holy shit, it is so hot in my room right now. I feel like all of a sudden the temperature has just like completely flown up, because here in New Zealand we're heading for summer. And like, I've been waiting for the warm weather to kick in. What's the month? It's early November. Like, I feel like it's really warm right now for early November. I might have to even start putting on my aircon again. And every time I say, like, I'm sorry my aircon's on, I hope it's not annoying, no one can ever hear it, but it still makes me so paranoid. I just added a slight bit more on that dark area right against my nose there. And then I did not pick a under eye powder, so I'm just going to quickly whip over with this KVD Beauty, like, yellow powder. Just a tiny bit to set that. The next step I am terrified for. Like, you don't understand, it literally looks like it's going to be my worst nightmare. So I think this one is thanks to, wait, who made it popular? Was it Patrick Starr? Can you guess what it is? The Air Spun Loose Face Powder since 1935. Patrick Starr has raved about this. I'm pretty sure is it Patrick Starr or someone else? Someone I used to watch. They like loved it, but every time I would look at it, I was just like, I don't like the look of that, because I don't really love loose powders and it just looked like a lot. So I don't know. It's talc base, it's translucent. It says it has exclusive micro spun formula where loose powder particles are spun and swirled until they reach a cloud-like softness. The ultra smooth powder hides fine lines, wrinkles, blemishes, and gives a new softness to your skin. Used to set makeup or as a foundation. Long lasting. Like, I don't know. And I don't know how to apply it. It doesn't say. I think I might just use the puff and then blend it out with a brush. Okay, the aircon's gonna have to come on because I feel nauseous. It's that hot. Woo. I think I'm sweating. So I've peeled off the protective layer. I'm gonna pour some into the lid. This is such a cute little puff. It's so fluffy. Reminds me of those chickens, you know, the like really hairy chickens. Not much comes out, which is kind of good. It smells so bad. It's got a really, yeah, I guess it smells like talcum powder or something. Ugh. It reminds me of like the smell of my great grandma's bathroom. Alright, I'm giving up on the puff. I'm going to take some of the product in here and just like buff it in with my brush, I guess. Have I like used way too much? I feel like I've got like a white cast on my face. Yeah, that's just not my favorite. I look dusty. I really need some setting spray, and the setting spray you guys hate the most technically isn't really a setting spray, but it's MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. So it's a moisture mist that refreshes the skin and finishes makeup. So it finishes, it's not really a setting spray, it's like a finishing spray. What's the difference? Well, I mean, some people would argue it's the same thing, but to me a setting spray sets your makeup, makes it last longer, and then a finishing spray just kind of gives you that really nice smooth finish, like soaks up any excess powders. I feel like a good setting spray will do both, whereas a finishing spray just kind of finishes. It doesn't necessarily set and like keep your makeup there lasting a long time. But This is what everyone said. Yeah, I don't use this a whole lot. It's probably not my least favorite. I'd say one of my least favorites is probably one of those like what was that black one? Oh my god, I'm like traumatized from that still. Do you guys remember that in my videos? That black setting spray by like LA Girl, or like, I can't remember what brand, but that was a disaster. That's probably my least favorite. Or maybe like a certain Makeup Revolution one. They've got a couple that smell like alcohol and they just don't feel nice on the skin. I feel like Prep and Prime got really attacked. It's an OG, like it's got a soft place in my heart. But yeah, at the same time, like, I mean, I don't really reach for it at all. Try to give my skin some moisture. It's actually quite a nice pick for what I've got on my face right now. Pretty sure one of my first ever like DIY videos was how to make your own Fix Plus at home. Now that I've got that on, I'm just going to gently tap over my skin, because sometimes it can leave like all your little face fuzzies sticking up, and just tap it in. Okay, that literally made my skin look so much fresher though. Like the finish, I don't know if you'll be able to see through the camera, probably not really, but it did. The lighting's kind of garbage today because it's so bright outside. This is the problem I have in summer. It's just so bright and it's only 9 in the morning. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, another one that you could get in this set. Can you guess what it is? Hoola. Why? I love Hoola, especially Hoola Caramel. Oh my god, it's one of my holy grails. But just Hoola. People hate Hoola. Why? Please explain. Like, explain yourselves in the down bar, or comments I should say. Mine has my name on it. Cool. I'm just going to use a medium face brush, Bake So Beauty, and bronze. Like, honestly, let me use this. I love it. I can't get that friggin' airspun powder smell out of my nose. It's so strong. Oh my god, I just realized I don't have one of the products. I'm looking at my list. I literally went and bought heaps. There's one thing I forgot. See, this color is beautiful. This is just like a really nice, like, not orange at all bronzer. Some people use it to contour, I don't. But that's how it looks. I love Hoola Caramel, which is like similar depth but a little bit more orange, which sounds terrible, but I love it. So I feel like majority of people would like this color because a lot of people don't like anything too warm. It's just like a really nice kind of natural vibe. Naturally sun-kissed. It blends out so easy, so smooth. Like, I think it looks really good. Alright, for blush, there was one answer that was so overwhelming in the answer box. The new Kylie Jenner blushes, which I've not tried. Apparently they're just garbage, like no pigment, like terrible application, just everything. Apparently they're patchy. So let's try them for the first time. I'm scared because I was really looking forward to trying these, but it's not looking good. Alright, we are gonna open this for the first time together. So it looks like this, and then it's got the little overlay. This is the color I blindly grabbed. I just like judged the swatch off of the box. I thought this color would look nice. It is called We're Going Shopping, which I've heard, like, some people love this color, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to use a shimmer tulip brush to apply this. The pigment looks decent. Someone said they've got no color to them though. Okay, mine like goes on really nicely. I feel like I almost put on too much because I was expecting it to be really sheer. I'm just going to keep blending it. I mean, to me that does not look patchy. It has gone on really nicely. That was less. You can see it's way less pigmented, but you guys know me, I don't mind buildable blush because it just means that you can get your desired effect without it being scary. Because sometimes if a blush is too pigmented and you just like chuck on a little bit, it's like there and it's really hard to like go backwards rather than like, you know, add more. Adding more is so much easier. So I don't know, am I unpopular opinion? Like, I don't hate this, or is it just this color? Is this like a good color? I don't know, I'm gonna have to try some more of them, I think. I actually love this color, I think it looks really pretty. This is the product I forgot. I'm so sorry, I'm so shit. The highlighters that everyone hated were the Jeffree Star ones. So I'm kind of glad I didn't really buy more of them anyway, because like, what a waste of money. I actually bought so many of them back in the day and I hated them. I remember like people hating on me because like I was like, I just don't think these are good. I can't remember why I didn't like them. I don't think they really transferred onto my cheek very well, and the colors were just strange. And I love like some colorful kind of highlighters and like, you know, those vibes, but like, I don't know, I feel like some of his was so weird. What can I use as a replacement? I remember heaps of people said they hated the Colourpop ones, but I was like, what? Because when I asked you guys for your most loved highlighters from the drugstore, people were like, Colourpop. So I'm confused. Oh, I'm planning on doing my declutter soon too, guys. Yay, finally, Shannon. Hold on, let me go through my screenshots because I always screenshot your answers. Yeah, I remember. So another one that a lot of people said was Fenty, which I was surprised because I love the Fenty ones. I feel like they can go a little bit weird, like on the surface. You know how some products just like get a weird film? I don't know if that's just me and the brushes I've used or like, I don't know. But anyways, we're going to use this today. So these ones, these are the Kilowatt. This is the Girl Next Door and Chic Freak, the duo. And one of them's like more kind of, I don't know, lit from within, which I love. And I feel like some people probably don't like this formula because it's like more natural. I don't know if this color's quite right. I'm going to like put this on first. Like I find them pigmented. I don't know if people don't like the color. I don't know if they don't like the texture. I don't know. You guys need to let me know. And then the other side is like a bit more like glittery and shimmery and shiny. So you can really like amp up the intensity. So this color is probably not my favorite because in the pan it looks like it would be a beautiful like bronzy pink. And then on the face it's like white pink. I don't know. It just loses its like intensity, I guess. I mean, not intense. I don't know. It just like loses the pigment. I don't know. Like it's still pigment. It's just different. I don't know. Alright, brows. So one of the top most hated products was the Tinted Feather Effect Styling Wax. And I remember people said that in my PR haul too, but I didn't mind this product. It's not the best wax I have, and I would probably declutter it later on because like I don't reach for this really compared to my other ones, you know what I mean? So you wet your brush, you swirl it in. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a mess because I've already done my base, but I'll just run this through. The hold is definitely not as good as some of my other products. I do like the idea of it being tinted though. They do have like a clear one too, which I already decluttered, but this one, as you can see, is tinted and it just gives my hairs a little bit of colour. I don't know, I don't hate it, but I can see why some people would just be like, it's just like a kind of waste of time. Because yeah, look, it's just not really like, yeah, sticking them in place at all. Like I use this, but I still feel like I need to apply brow gel to like still hold them in place, and that should not be a thing. I'm going to go in with some pomade. This is the Ofra one because I just still need more, but a lot of people said they also hated the Brow Freeze by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I feel personally attacked. It's one of my favorite products. I'm just adding a little bit of thickness with this product. This is the Semi-Permanent Eyebrow Gel in Light Blonde. Holy shit, I smell like a grandma. It looks like wiped off my foundation too. See, with some brow gel, they come together a lot better. But so much more effort than some of my other brow waxes and things. So yeah, I get it. Okay, oh my god. The Naked palettes. Okay, this is literally the only Naked palette I have left. It is the mini one, the Naked Petite Heat. I actually really like this one. But, okay, I get it. Like, in this day and age of makeup palettes, maybe it's quite boring to just have, I don't know, naked palettes. But back in the day, when I was first starting my YouTube channel and eyeshadows were really getting out there and we got past the 88 Coastal Scents palettes, the Naked palette by Urban Decay was literally like the be-all, end-all, like holy grail, best shit ever, best quality, best colours. But yeah, these days there's so many more options, so I think people may just feel like it's overrated. And I feel like a lot of us, like older people, even though I'm not old, but you know, millennials and things on YouTube have raved about these palettes for so long because they hold a special place in our heart, and people come in, younger people, and they're like, they're not that good, there's other ones that are better. And it's like, yeah, that's fair. And to be fair, there were a few of the Naked palettes which I didn't really vibe with. They brought out so many, they kind of milked it, you know. I loved the original one, I loved the Cool Tone one for a while. Like there were some I loved, but they did definitely overkill. So this here is the Naked Petite Heat, and I actually really like this one because I love the colours in here. They're very up my alley, and I feel like they make the like green in my hazel eyes come out more, because right now like my eyes pretty much just look brown. But you can just chuck on like really quick eye makeup with this because they're all matte, they all go really well together, and yeah, it just gives you a really nice eye look. So let's do it. Oh wait, this one's like kind of satiny, I think, this Inhale colour. It's so pretty. So I'm just popping some of this on my brow bone. Kind of doing this in a weird order. Usually I do this last, but there you go. I love that colour. It's so nice. I'm going to go in with Vibrate mixed with Hot Spell, which are these two browner colours. By the way, there was a lot of mixed answers to do with the eyeshadow palettes. A lot of people were saying like LA Girl ones, Colourpop ones, like all sorts of different brands. So it was quite hard for me to figure out which was the most popular answer, but it was the Urban Decay Naked palettes. But it was not like they were ahead of everything else by like a landslide. It was only a couple more people. So the eyeshadow palettes, like we've seen in like every single one of these videos, whether it's like the most popular or least popular, everyone's got such different opinions when it comes to the eyeshadow palettes. Like people just love what other people hate constantly, and everyone's got a different answer, and there's so many brands that do eyeshadow palettes. So I'm just kind of putting that through there, making sure it's blended well on the top. Don't care about the bottom because we're going to add a darker colour. Why am I tongue tied? See, they blend easy, the colours are nice, but is it boring? Maybe. I have to say though, like overall my makeup is looking beautiful. Even though like maybe some of these products aren't my favourite either, it's still coming together. I'm going to take Wild Thing, which is my favourite colour in the palette. It's this beautiful like orangey terracotta. And that's the last colour I will be using. I don't want to use any of the super dark ones today because I just think these colours look bomb together. I just feel like it makes my eyes like stand out. I don't know, this colour. Maybe not in this shitty lighting, but in general. I'm getting a lot of fallout though. Alright, so that is the eyeshadow. Let me know down below what's your least favourite eyeshadow palette ever. Alright, the next answer for eyeliner. I'm annoyed that I don't have the black one, but it is the Colourpop liquid liners, and people just say they're not pigmented enough, not smooth enough, and I definitely remember the black not being like my favourite, so yeah. But I do have this Try Me colour, which is red, so let's pop this one on. These are the type of products where I can agree with you, like they're definitely not the best, but at the same time you can make them work, and they're very cheap, so it kind of just depends on your attitude towards it. I think for an everyday eyeliner, yeah, you might want to just invest and get something that goes on really nicely, really quickly for every day. But if you're looking for some creative colours, I think they're still worth picking up because at least you can still make them work. I mean, maybe I should do this first because I have not used these in a while. They're probably a bit dried out. Literally, guys, all I can smell is grannies right now. I do feel like you have to go over it a couple of times to like get it as pigmented as you want. Still, it's cool though, right? It's just, yeah, you get what you pay for in this instance, I think. Okay, I'm pissed off at myself because I didn't purchase the Most Hated Mascara because I was so sure I had it, and if I didn't have that one, I definitely had the second runner-up, which the Most Hated Mascara was actually Climax by NARS, which I didn't hate. It was not my favourite. And then the runner-up was They're Real by Benefit, which They're Real I'm pretty sure is the one I don't really like either. My favourite is Roller Lash, and I don't have that one either. So I'm just going to try a new mascara. I'm sorry, I'm a total failure. I was like literally certain that I already owned them, and I just looked everywhere. I looked in all my travel makeup bags. I've been looking for like 20 minutes and I cannot find them. Like I must have used them up or like thrown them out or something. I bought this off Farmers a little while ago because I wanted to try some new Max Factor mascaras because they used to have one I loved back in the day. So this is the 2000 Calorie Curl Addict Rich Voluming Curl. And this is not one that anyone mentioned, but we're just going to try it so that at least this is somewhat interesting. This is the wand. I'm kind of scared. It looks really thick. The formula looks like thick clay. It actually kind of, does it remind me of the Climate? No, not really. I feel like the Climate's a little bit more wet, isn't it? It's okay. I love the smell. It smells nostalgic. Like it smells like Lash Blast or something. I don't know. Do you guys remember the Lash Blast days? That was like the cult favourite while I was at high school before I even did YouTube. I feel like the wand's too big. I can't really get in there, and I feel like the formula is so dry already. And I like a dry formula, but this one's like so dry that I'm like barely getting any product on the actual wand. It's just kind of going on the tip. Alright, I'm going to keep working this on and I'll be right back. Okay, so after like 3 coats we finally got somewhere, and it does look really nice now, but that was way too much effort for me. So this one is a no from me anyway. So there you go, that's one I dislike. I thought I might like it, but It was way too much. I don't know. I like a mascara where I can like chuck on one coat and it's like there. And then if I really want to, I can do a second coat. I'm too lazy to sit here for 5 minutes doing mascara. Like, no thank you. Alright, lashes. I think this answer is just due to the sheer price. I don't know. I might be wrong because once again, no one could really tell me why. But I got a lot of people saying velour lashes. So we're going in with Can't Be Tamed. And I'm sure they're going to look beautiful, but for what cost? They're so expensive. I feel like with these lashes I really needed to do a thick black liner. I find them quite hard to apply because the lash band is so thick. They keep like lifting up. Can you see that? So I'm just going to kind of like play with them while the glue dries, and I have to let the glue like kind of dry and pull them down so they stick in place because they just keep pinging up because the lash band's so thick. Like, I know these are gonna look beautiful, I can already tell, but yeah, I can see why people don't really bother with these. Literally, it's just like pinging off constantly. Okay, I'm gonna trim up the next one and just like pray. Alright, gonna pop on this next one to chill. Oh my god, I'm getting so annoyed right now. Like, you know when like stuff like this just keeps happening, it just starts to like kill the vibe? That's what's happening. Like, these lashes are like literally so hard to apply. I don't know if it's just me. They're just not sticking down. That's literally as good as we are going to get. So hopefully they don't fall off again. I feel like my eyes are getting glued shut. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, they do look stunning though, but yeah, not my favorite. Okay, lip pencils. I totally agree with this, although I still like kind of love them. It's like a love-hate relationship, but the lip pencil that won the most hated category is Kylie Jenner again, because they always break. And I find the same thing with Colourpop, but I guess the thing is, like, Colourpop's cheaper, Kylie's like expensive-ish, and they still, oh my god, I just can't with these lashes. Like, the Kylie ones just like snap all the time. They like fall out of the tube. It's like a weird thing they do. I don't know, it definitely happens to me too though, and a lot of people said this. I'm gonna take case example, literally just open this. Like, this is what happens all the time. You're constantly pushing them back in. Oh, okay, yeah, this is exposed, but I really like the formula of them overall. I'm gonna have to sharpen this, it's gonna fall apart. Oh my god, my stomach is so loud. And then the lip product that won to go on top of this, the Kylie liquid lipsticks. Specifically the matte ones, but I don't even have any. I've got the velour, which aren't as bad, but you know, same diff, except the matte ones are so matte, they're so drying. So I know that's why lots of people don't like them, because they're so drying. But this one here is Charm. I just thought it would look good on this lip pencil. Yeah, I've only got, I think, the velour liquid lipsticks and, or sorry, velvet liquid lipsticks, not velour. And I've got some of the like lip blush. I don't really have, yeah, the matte ones anymore because they're just real matte, which is nice. They don't move, but they just make your lips feel like a butthole, you know? And I'm just not about that life. I need to feel comfortable. And then for the gloss, I cracked up because I was like, okay, I can see why people hate this. I was like, what lip gloss do you hate the most? And despite the fact that this isn't really a lip gloss, it still had the most answers. The Too Faced lip injection, well actually it says it's a power plumping lip gloss, so technically it's a lip gloss, but you know, I kind of class lip plumpers and lip glosses in different categories. Oh my god. Ugh. But hey, this is what you guys said and I know why, because it hurts like a bitch. It really does, but it works. I'm just going to use a little bit in the center of my lips. Don't know if you'll be able to see the plumping effect, but yeah, it works. This I usually wear before I put on any lip products, but since I said what's your favorite gloss, like it kind of goes at the end, I'm just doing it at the end. And yeah, so overall I actually love how my makeup's turned out. That's the funny thing. I don't know, I feel like makeup has to be a special kind of terrible for it to still, you know, really look bad on your face. Usually you can make stuff work. like I have today with a couple of things. I've made it work. Overall, I still think my makeup looks really presentable. I'd be happy as to like go out and about. What is my earring doing? It's like all over the place. Yeah, I don't know, I love all the colours. I definitely disagree with a couple of the products. I need to try a few more of them some more as well, like the Kylie blushes and things. I actually think my brows came out pretty bomb with the addition of the Ofra pomade, which wasn't part of this video though, so that's the difference probably. I feel like my eyeshadow's a little bit patchy because I feel like that's probably very expired. And my lips are burning. This stuff is no joke. It actually does work though. Like sometimes I'll chuck it on before I do my makeup and it makes my lips like bright red because of all the blood flow. It makes them big. Let me know if you disagree with any of these products as well. I would love to know, and let me know which ones you agree with. And if you want me to do more videos like this, just let me know your ideas. I would love to do some more. Have a wonderful day. I was gonna say fantastic, but it came out wonderful. What the heck? Have a fantastic day, a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.